Okay, so here we are with our cuff worked, and we want it to match the first mitten that we've done. So we can count the number of rows. It's in spirals, so it's a bit awkward, but try to see how many rows you've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the one we've done already is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like 5, but the best thing to do is to turn it on its side and try to match the height of the cuff. The most common mistake when doing the second mitten is not doing enough rows, so you end up with a shorter cuff than the first mitten. So that looks about right. You can continue and then check as you go along. So I've put a stitch marker here, a locking stitch marker just to hold the stitches, and I'm going to put them on my hook, get my yarn supply sorted out. As before, there's 2 balls, so I'm going to increase either side of this purl stitch to start the increase for the thumb gusset. So I'm going to go increasing under the bar, a knit stitch, into the purl stitch as a knit stitch, and then I'm going to go under the bar on the other side of that purl stitch, so we end up with 3. So we've increased 2. Don't forget to work the simple stitch there and continue going round the spiral . Simple purl, simple purl. The advantage of doing this kind of rib effect stitch is you can see if you've dropped a stitch or done something wrong quite easily. Of course, you turn to work the stitches off the hook. Two, 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 two. I want to show you what happens when we get to the thumb gusset again. we're going to be increasing every second round. So the stitches are increased in multiples of 2, so it goes 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and then I've increased this mitten to a 13 stitch gusset. So that's the simple stitch before the gusset. Okay, so we're going to work 3 knit stitches. That's the first one, the second one, and then I do a kind of twisty thing for the third stitch before the end of the gusset, so you end up with a neater line. Okay, and don't forget to work the simple stitch at the end there. So now we have 3. On the next round it will be increased to 5, and then it's a straightforward round, and then the next round after that is an increase to 7 stitches. So you end up with a V for the thumb gusset. And in the next part I'll show you how we join to work in the round again and separate off the thumb.